This is your Barbados Today evening update for Tuesday, July 4. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Police are investigating the death of an elderly man at Sargent Street, St. John today. According to lawmen, 70-year-old Andrew Roosevelt Maynard was sitting on a wall structure by a standpipe in the area drinking alcohol when he fell backwards and struck the back of his neck. He was subsequently pronounced dead at the scene. Maynard is survived by 4 brothers and 2 sisters. A mother and her 2 children are now homeless after fire destroyed their home just after 3:45 p.m. at Cave Hill Drive, St. Lucie. 31-year-old Shanika Hines and her 2 children, ages 6 and 10 months, were the occupants of the destroyed 2-bedroom wooden and wall house. The ceiling and sideboard of a nearby unoccupied 2-bedroom wooden house was also slightly damaged by the fire. 2 fire tenders and 9 fire officers under the command of Divisional Officer Henderson Patrick responded to the blaze. In other news, a local environmental scientist has rubbished plans to introduce the 15 cents fee on plastic bags at supermarkets and other retail outlets. Dr. Ariana Marshall is concerned about the transparency of the initiative. She argues that Barbadians are being asked to take on an additional financial burden in an already tough economic environment without being told exactly how the monies collected are being spent.
If we are going to implement a fee, it needs to be very clear what the fee is being used for. And I think it is a burden on Barbadian people to have to pay for a plastic bag fee. It's also a burden to see sea turtles full of plastic. There's actually a dollar value on that if we look at our diving tourism sector. So there are fees both ways, but having a plastic bag fee directly burdens Barbadians without an explanation of transparency. If we said this supermarket is charging a fee and it's going to clean up this beach, or it's going to sponsor a program at this school, I think the Bajan people would be more amenable to it, and we wouldn't have all the issues we did.
Education authorities will meet with the parents and guardians of students of the Alma Paris School at talks on Thursday. The near 22-year-old school will close its doors at the end of this school term. Last Friday, Education Minister Ronald Jones justified the move, saying Alma Paris was dying a slow death. He explained that over the last 2 years, the school, which currently has a roll of 60, gained no students from the annual Common Entrance examination over the last 2 years. Jones also lamented that the school, which was set up to create a learning environment to meet the needs of students who scored low in the 11+, never truly met its mandate. He stressed that students and teachers will be relocated to schools, and his ministry will ensure the students receive the best the education system has to offer. A visiting Italian chef is urging his counterparts in Barbados to get angry and insist on using locally grown food in their recipes. The chef, who is part of the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association's Art of Cuisine, Barbados Meets the World culinary showcase this week, visited some local farms yesterday and was disappointed at the fact that, like Italy, Barbados imports lots of food products it can grow at home.
We picked stuff directly from the ground and eat it, and it was amazing. It was really, the flavor is there. So as a chef, because she said something like, what would you tell the chefs, or what I will say to the chef, get angry and use the stuff you have behind you, and not wait for the stuff coming from China or Japan or wherever it comes from, because it's an insult to the final product you're giving to the customer. And you know this, because if you put care and passion in what you do, you know that that product is not the level of finished product that you could do.
The Queen Elizabeth Hospital welcomed 27 new doctors today. The interns are the top performers in the medical program at the University of the West Indies. They were warmly welcomed by Director of Medical Services at the QEH, Anthony Harris, and Clinical Consultant in the Pediatrics Department, Dr. Clyde Cave. And they also received some good advice from the 2015-2016 Intern of the Year, Dr. Emma Dash.
Every job is your job. When you're dealing with your patients, to make them better, if it is you have to push their wheelchair down the hallway at 2 o'clock in the morning to get X-ray, do it. Like, don't say that's not my job, because everything's your job. Secondly, work hard, work smart. So you can either be the intern that gets there at 6:30, 7 in the morning, be organised, do all your bloods, see your patients, know everything for when your seniors get there. Or you can be the one that gets there at 8:30, strolls in at 9 o'clock, and then you're scrambling for the rest of the day. You're going to work really hard for the next year, and if you're doing it scrambling, you're going to be wasting a lot of energy when you could be organised.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Who calling? Get your yams and potatoes. Wait, my girl, how you want to for long?
I got how you keeping, but you don't sell the nation paper no more.
But that paper ain't selling. This month now I stop selling that. Look, one time I would have make a little dollar on the Sunday sun. But when Sunday night, I still trying to get the weather there.
Well, you know you can't call that the Sunday sun no more. You're going to call that sunset news. Because at night time that news stale.
People complain that them ain't got nothing in it to read, and the price keep going up all the time. A woman abused me so sick the other day, telling me that she does read Barbados today online for free. I can't take that abusing soul, so I switched to my potatoes and yams.
Well, let me tell you, if pork selling, you got to raise pigs. How much for the yams?
Oh, 75 cents a pound.
But that's cheaper than that stale news. Give me
How much you want?
a pound.
Only a pound? Anyhow, these eating real good. Let me wrap them up for you. Come.
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
To the region now, in Guyana, police foiled a brazen daylight robbery in the capital, Georgetown, today. Police say 4 men entered the Republic Bank with the intention of robbing the facility, holding a male teller at gunpoint. This led to a shootout between police and the bandits. One of the bandits was shot in the face and the 3 others captured. Commander of Division Marlon Chapman spoke briefly with reporters about the incident.
It is now confirmed that 3 persons so far, would have committed this act. One was shot, he was taken to hospital from a rifle. Another was shot, he's been treated, and one in custody. So far, there are 3 firearms, 3 pistols, 5 power pistol cutters, and the investigation has started, and so beyond that, I cannot say.
On the international scene, police in Spain dismantled a major ring said to be responsible for forcing a group of women to work as prostitutes at a resort near Marbella. Police arrested 34 suspected gang members across Europe. In a statement, police said the Bulgarian gang had sought to have total control of the upmarket resort. They had brought women from poor areas of Bulgaria and forced them to work as prostitutes, threatening them and their families with violence if they refused. The women were also made to steal from the clients, some of whom may have been drugged. And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, or you can tune in to Mix 96.9 FM for the very latest. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Good evening.